with a faster play style. Who are you guys taking?
I mean, I pretty much, I very often side with the more aggressive lineup.
Yeah, okay.
I just have a hard time. I look at Evil Genius's lineup and I always think to myself, like, this shouldn't work.
It can't work.
You're
ruining pubs. Like,
you can't get away with this, you know?
Yeah.
I always think to myself that, and, you know, EG oftentimes proves me wrong. Maybe VG Gaming is the team. Because I feel like EG's just going to keep doing this, you know? They're going to keep doing it until somebody stops.
So you're going with VG then, a little?
I'm going to go with VG.
Until someone proves you wrong, yeah. Owen, you feeling the same way? Or you agree? You're a greedy guy.
No, I'm not that greedy.
You're not,
I'm not this greedy. I've got to go with VG Gaming. I mean, the way they're going to make plays in comparison to EG, like this lineup just looks so slow, right? Well, where's the early stuns? Where's the early disable? It's all on the ultimates, right? They don't have lockdown, they don't have catch. Meanwhile, VG Gaming's running around with these disruption setups into Maranas and Lashraks and Gyro. You know, as long as VG, they shouldn't get crushed in the laning stage. Yeah. And it does, in this day and age, feel bad going against an RTZ Alchemist. VG Gaming's lineup, you saw it in their draft. They were confident. They didn't care an Alk was first. They had a plan, and I think this is a very good plan from VG.
Okay.
But it's Alchemist.
It is an Alchemist, so we are going to send it over to our casters. It's going to be Trent, and it's going to be Lyrical.
Hi, Grant. Welcome.
So much, Grant.
He's over there.
He's hiding under the bench. My God, it's happening. Upper bracket action. This is the teams that I wanted to watch the most. EG versus VG. They're looking amazing, trying to keep the NA upper bracket magic alive.
There, and they have unpaused. So we're here. We're ready to rock and roll here. There's a little bit of a wait there for the players, so don't worry, guys. You didn't miss anything. Everyone's just hanging out. Ramses is waving his arms around like the wacky, flailing, arm-waving inflatable tube man that he is.
You love to see it.
And there's a beautiful tones of it as well. Ramses for the people. Yes. Oh, yes.
Give it to me one more time. You heard something, some drums or something.
All right, what's your thoughts on Kid Voker versus Old Voker? I love Kid Voker personally.
See, I like it a lot as well. My cosmetic game on regular Invoker is not very high either.
Oh, okay, so you needed this.
Exactly.
I see.
You know what else somebody needs is a little bit of help here as our poor old boy, the old man Coddle, is going to get beaten to death by DY River.
I see. Lag was the issue, clearly, for Fly there. Yeah, there we go. Explains everything. The brief pause we had before was also them calling on the side of VG, so perhaps just having a couple packet issues for the boys in blue.
I just wanted to, again, hit on this point. Playing the top 3 right here in this major tournament. EG has looked nigh unstoppable. I freaking love this team so much. EG also, like the revitalization. The thing about EG is I feel like they've gotten better with each match they've played. Are they good enough yet to take down the VG boys?
Every North American we drop, we just get stronger and stronger. your EG is growing. I mean, I'm definitely favoring VG. I think that is the fair thing to do. EG, of course, quite different look. Even though you're not changing that much overall, it's still it's Abed, it's Ramses. You have that core of your support duo, which is cool as well. But
the thing to me that's going to be about this game is to look more at the micro setup of what this was like. I kept on seeing Cole is there, Enigma. You've got the Coddle that's going to be dropping the big ultimates, Pango rolling around, Invoker and stuff, and I'm like, this game's going to be awesome. But then I see an Alchemist. You know what I mean?
I thought you were going to say, but then I see they're all on the same team. Because there's a lot of team fight in this game, but it's all on EG. The team fight for the side of VG Gaming is pretty much called down.
Yeah, it's not great. It kind of trails off like Pango's laughter there. I guess that's the thing that I'm kind of wondering about is like EG, obviously the much better team fight if they're all there and it's one fight, but those cooldowns also very, very long, and they might not be fighting all that often because they want to just make proud. Concerned at all?
I don't know what that means.
Bakule?
Bakule.
That he spelled something a little rude.
Well, Ramses gave it the old XD, so.
Oh, he's reconnecting.
Damn, Fade, love Fade, man. Hey, yo, Fade, what's going on? Fade, are you? Oh, Fade's not there, guys.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
He's
All right.
trying to sow the seeds
Yeah,
of
Ramsey's,
discord.
yeah, Ramsey is definitely trying to get something to the head there. I like this. That's always the sign of the stronger team, right? When you're trying to mentally tilt the opponent instead of just beating them in Dota.
Let's see how many times PYW kills Ramsey. That's, I think, the new grudge match to watch for.
Well, my boy, the man, myth, legend, DUI, come down there on the shadow on the left track. But there in the mid lane, you see Ori versus Abed. I'm sure this is what you guys are most interested in, because that's what you like. It's 1v1 mid.
Still coming out too.
Did I hear a squeak? Fight me!
Yeah, cold snap out there, fight me. And, see if there's child abuse happening in this bot next.
Meanwhile, up top, the Keeper of the Light helping to protect best friend Alchemist here in the lane. It's an Omni and a Mirana, not really that great aggro potential here, so should be a fine time for RTC up top.
Hold out for that salve to get the value possible. But... Top lane, PYW BD Fly just trying to carry alive, and there, a last hit.
Got the range creep there too. A lane where they don't really have a great guarantee, so it's always nice. And we heard the panel discussing the Pangolier support for crit, something that he obviously spams quite a bit there, as you can see by the gold rating up top. But this works well with the Enigma, who is gone on here, but won't amount to much. If anything, it's just DY very deep.
Yeah, he took a tower shot there, and he's going to pay for it. Malefice skilled up early.
Maybe it's a seasonal thing with DY, that at the start of every season he plays like this. At the start of the last year, it wasn't so hot for him, and then he suddenly just looked like this amazing player the rest of the time. So much improvement over the past year, but yeah, it's just a little bit deep there. Happens to the best of us.
He goes into hibernation.
Yeah.
Up on the high ground there. Like, it's still on cooldown.
Just sitting here in Abed. Ori just looks on longingly. No support's coming to get rid of it, and Ori just going to be a little bit depressed watching that happen. There's no way to like clear out waves here, right? You got 2 points in the Rock Barrage. It does finally work, okay. So DY fed the first time, but continued efforts there will get themselves the kill. We got low heroes across the board. Everyone's kind of like half HP in a couple lanes. I see some panic over there on the off PC. It's like, maybe here, maybe there. That's the thing about Mirana as well. Like the SD Leshrac setup, either lane, it could just suddenly pop off here. But what I was gonna say is I like the Enigma with the Pangolier, because Pango can start to rotate. Enigma can pull his lane back himself by using the Eidolons, so you don't necessarily need that presence in the lane at all times. I think there's a lot of freedom to the position 4 player.
What it is that crit ends up as far as that item. We saw previously the natural mobility this hero has. You just went for an Orb of Enemies to Maelstrom. Deciding to pick up the Stout Shield this time. A couple more of those clicks.
Yeah, plus he's an Enigma who's probably not getting a bottle, right? Soul Ring hero, so he'll probably get a bottle himself. As a mid hero who doesn't get a bottle, so there's a great bottle game as the Pango player. And then he can go right in towards his meal, or is that meal?
Oh, places himself beautifully, getting those body blocks. Well, the Eurus, who was just going to get ran down here, a couple more punches, but the body blocks in turn from DY save a life. Yeah, Paparazzi didn't want to waste any tangos to like cut himself to the left or right, so it took a while for him to like body his way out of there, but still manages to survive, and now he hopefully checks the bottom rune to unfortunately see that he's not there. It's going to be up top in again there. Getting deep control of the runes if he so desires, but it is not really offering all that much to him, obviously. See there, the CS 15-17. Oh, this ward placed down earlier here from EG. Very defensive. It's going to spot PYW now moving in with a freshly picked up Observer ward here.
Now seeing this rotation through, they'd love to drop a ward, and yeah, that's going to be scouted. As he's going to come back through with no ward in his inventory.
Huh, clue.
And,
oh, he's going to see the ward expire too, maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah, quick deduction here from Fly. We'll likely figure out where that ward went, because you know they're trying to keep an eye on the alphas.
Down bottom, they find that kill on to the left as the bounty runes respawn.
Yeah, that was guaranteed both for them. Fly was not able to get the rune on top, and I didn't even think he wanted that shrine, because he'd probably just die anyway, so. What is that? Oh, just 2 for Fly.
I mean, it's 2 out of the 3, but that's how it goes. Right now, the laning stage looking pretty good for all of Beach. The only hero that's really been hurting so far is that Enigma. As everybody else kind of getting what they need. Gyro definitely higher on those denies, but I did see at least 2 rockets as part of that.
Was that the infinite?
Got a little bit there to burn through the mana.
Yeah, like that call down's there. Mirana's been missing a while. Yeah, Abed's probably just a little bit nervous. Yeah, glyph the wave.
Petty.
This time a rune will go the way of VG, but unfortunately it's just an illusion rune. Not the greatest. And hiding behind the catapult here. Oh, he actually got him.
He walked
Much
in
to
it. They
PYW's
saw him.
surprise. Maybe he's baiting the next level play.
That must be, because he knows that they can't go on him, so that way they don't think that there's a ward there. That's kind of interesting. Or he really just didn't see it.
I'm pretty sure he didn't see it. I mean, I was mostly kidding.
I have no idea, man. He was underneath that ward for a cool minute. As Chris gonna get more hits from those Eidolons there.
So PYW came back up, ran into Arteezy and Fly, and just kind of leached around here rather while they were farming. Now he sees this stack here too, so triangulating an arrow play. What is the most valuable creep I can find? They've already got rid of the big troll, and I'll say he's gonna come up here and try and bully Fly once more.
Dire's top tower is about
Back
to
there,
take
so
the plunge.
those hits with the Bastion, and Arteezy is getting the business right now from Yang, and chase forward, try to bring him down. They find the kill. Well played.
Bit too late on getting the level 6 and popping off that ulti there, and these guys have been tipping back and forth the bottom lane.
Check the saline into my veins.
Yeah, it seems Ramses and Paparazzi are having a fabulous time.
I guess that's something else too, is maybe Paparazzi, a much more sort of set in his ways player, sees his younger, I'm not sure actually how much younger PYW is, but newer to the team player gets flamed at the start. Maybe a little bit of testiness. You never know.
Protect his boy. Is that what you're going with here?
Exactly.
All right. And PYW is just roaming everywhere. Gets another deep ward down. Runs into Arteezy doing that stack now, and Arteezy's perhaps a little bit nervous about this.
Bottom though. Careful about that quick old jump onto my man Crit, as he is taking a lot of damage. Going to be killed off. Abed shows up as well. They're going to be able to find the return kill onto Paparazzi. DY now hiding through the trees, but he's going to get body blunted by the Eidolons. And well, they get kill in a couple.
And while that was all happening, Arteezy was trying to do the stack. PYW came over, stole a bunch of the gold. Is now Abed. Should be fine with the walk. Well, walk it off, and yeah, then they came through again with the Omni and farmed up the rest of them. So Arteezy having to move over to the Dire Triangle and continue farming there. Coddle getting lots of space up here for Fly, which is a great hero to do it on.
Dire's middle
Extra
tower
time
is
to
under
get
attack.
spent farming and getting towards that level 6. It's level 5 right now.
I mean, you kind
before
of
the
wonder, like, if you might want Crit doing this too, but Crit doesn't want to leave the pressure on the Leshrac, right? Because Lesh is a hero that he can really bully.
I mean, I gotta say, the panel was talking about this, a battle of greed, and right now it looks like greed is good. They are going to tank an arrow here. Can Abed play his way out? As they've already got the dust, and it wasn't gonna happen.
It's a level 7 enemy mid who has like decent disengage options. That really shows just how powerful that duo is.
You just give the tone to Abed.
He's dead.
They find Crit and kill him off also. And just as I'm talking about it, Ichi punish.
The Swashbuckle was on CD for a couple more seconds. very costly kills right now for EG. Sure, the gold doesn't look that bad, but again, it's an Alchemist game, and already just like starting to inflate his net worth a bit here as he's rushing straight from the phase boost towards that luxurious Radiance. But I don't think they're going to get many of these bounties. Look at the positioning right now from VG Gaming. You got Yang chasing Arteezy back to a tier 2. Gyro and Chow Team have crossed the river. Are EG gonna commit? It looks like they're bringing reinforcements bottom, but they're scared. They're scanning up the high ground that Abed's walking into. There's Radiant Observer wards inside their triangle. Radiant Observer wards scouting out these top area where the courier's coming through as well.
That's not good though. Fly should be allowed to get that.
Fly's the king. And Fly, don't do it, man. All right.
Yeah.
Don't go for the other one.
He knew that was going to be a problem, but he might end up losing his life for it. Very worth it when you've got the Alchemist.
Yes, that is true. Did they get another one bottom? They did. Abed get the other one.
All right, Arteezy has to know they're coming for him. Yeah, he's just going to TP out of there. Good decision. Don't need to get an hero. Just hide away.
Is under attack.
Back to farming. No stacks though. I mean, this doesn't feel that great.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
They're taking down that tower. Chris gonna try and play intercept here. Let's get the disarm on the left. Doesn't matter that much.
Is about to take the
Fly
plunge.
laying down the sentry.
I feel like Paparazzi's kind of owning this game, even though like he's 0-2-2. But how have they not gotten any pressure on this tower? The tower's 1800 and 1800, and there's been this Enigma and like Pangolier down here what feels like the entire game.
Definitely has been able to keep that one survivable. I guess the flip side to that too is that they've taken the top tier 1 tower away from EG. So maybe gonna be able to constrict map a little bit, shut down the Alk's ability to farm, because you can see PYW just lives in this jungle.
Yeah.
Like this is his home now.
Easy shot.
Rana is just one of these heroes that you tend to think of core heroes that are, he should be fine. I mean, this should prove the point. Like, you think of core heroes as being the ones that abuse low catch, but Mirana's unique in that regard as a support because she kind of does the same thing. Like, if you don't have enough stuns to chain early in the game, there's just not enough damage output.
Now, with all this good thing said about Ichi Gaming, the Alchemist has his relic at this point. He's getting very, very close to that Radiance. Most farmed hero in the game. Is that at all concerning to you? Do you think that Ichi have the tools to deal with an Alchemist?
It's always concerning.
Okay, that's fair.
It's an Alchemist. I mean, this is like, at Alchemist's worst, this was like every game you would play where you're just like, man, we're really shutting him down, guys. Like, we got these great wards, we know where he is all the time, and then we killed him, and then he still gets like a 12-minute Radiance and you lose this fight.
Oh, this is looking like a dangerous spot. Ramsey's moving in. They got the white hole, they got the black hole, they got the gray hole, and they're all dying. The chase forward looking for it. Can they kill off this gyrocopter? So much damage coming out, but it's not enough. They've got too much regen, and Crit just has to run away. Ichi lived through it all.
Alright, now, these spells are all cool and all, but I'm going to go through the damage elements here. We got no Midnight.
Oh, they didn't throw it down.
He doesn't have it.
Yeah.
They have level 1 Illuminate, which is fine as a Caudal. Like, these are all the popular builds at the moment, right? This is what Enigmas have been doing. You have a Quaspex Invoker who's great at setup, but there is no damage. These are not damage heroes. Their best hope of damage would be if like Pango's alive that entire time and rolling through them all with some amazing swashbuckle. Maybe then. But the components that were left were simply stun and control. And they have some defensive options there between disruptions and all of Omni's abilities to keep things going well for them.
Dude, we need to get ourselves that Radiance online for EG. And on the side of Ichi, it is time to punish this. Guess what? No cooldowns at all. They are going to run it. And Ramsey is just going to get eaten alive here as Yuris chasing forward finds that kill onto the Enigma. Can they get any more? Crit trying to run away. Gets the 3 stacks of the poison, but it's not enough. As he manages to swashbuckle his way out of there.
Another arrow in 1 second here. They don't have detection. Do you believe? Oh, he's got the ward, guys. Oh my god. Oh.
If he gets this.
Oh, no, he's swashbuckled.
That would
have been sick.
That's the complete defeat morally.
Dire's bottom tower is
This
under
is
attack.
where Arteezy is going to be, but they do have that ward down blocking the camp.
Dire's
Oh,
bottom
PYW.
tower has
He's
fallen.
thirsty.
Dude, he wants it. Pushing the limits of this hero.
Fly's taking the long way around. He's got vision on Ramsey though. Ramsey's up the hill. It must be safe. But what could possibly go wrong?
What is happening in this? Ichi are just so oppressive with their movement. really impressive.
Just goes to show you why this Mirana hero is very good. She can just do that. Like, she's safer than an Invis hero. Invis heroes, there's sentries everywhere now. They used to be the guys who lurked around and spotted these movements, but Mirana just kind of does it in your face. Like, all right, you want to cast some spells on me? I'm out of here.
It does feel like after taking that last tier 1 tower, the pressure is kind of weaned off a little bit from Vici, and I think with good reason, because well, arrow just hits there. As I say it, crit, does he die? One more punch, all he needs, and that's going to be a dead Tango. All right, so yeah, apparently the pressure is not laid off.
Oh, yo, Abba though goes the Ghost Walk, and I think he made both bounties. If only Fly dies, this is okay. It's still good for VG, but I mean, you're getting bounty runes with your Alchemist. Be a little bit happy about that if you're EG.
You gotta take what you can get. 12 kills to 4. Still only 1,000 gold lead with no towers taken. But that is against an Alchemist, a hero that wants to be ahead.
I feel like Ori keeps showing up to engagements because he's this great build for it, and then things don't happen. Like, if he dies here, this feels awful. Because he has a build that was ready to fight and do well in these engagements.
Oh, Yang, he wants to go.
No.
It's not gonna happen.
So they just killed the drums with a Bassi, has a Wraith Man, a Wand. He's going for the BKB. Like, he didn't go greedy, right? He didn't go for this Aghanims right away. But his contribution hasn't really been that felt, I feel like. I feel like he always shows up just like as the party's ending. He's like, oh yeah, we got him, guys, high five.
And you know, the thing that I think about with this Alchemist too is what are the ways
Oh, that's a nice hit.
Oh, nice play.
James PYW is good at God.
What are the ways that Alchemists... All right, I can't talk about these things ever because everybody keeps on dying.
They're throwing bodies at creep waves to try and buy more time for RTs.
It's really smart. But the way that Alchemist got nerfed previously is they take down the Helm of the Dawn Creep is that it was with the cooldown of his ultimate and it was with not getting mana regen. Coddle solves both of those problems. It's basically old Alk, right?
Well, except his you can't help the ulti.
Oh, that's a good point. You can't.
But the mana is really the issue. So yeah, I'll give you that.
Fair enough.
But I also don't know if you want me next year. Guy ever. I don't know. Coddle's just broken. We don't care about components and helping out with an Alchemist. He's helping out everybody else on the team. I want to see like double swashbuckle thanks to Chakra. That's more my jam.
The spyglass at hand.
That puts swashbuckle at 1 second.
Is on the rocks.
That seems broken.
Yeah.
It's really insane. And you talked about it, just keep on throwing bodies at him. Since that last round of engagement and losing off the gyrocopter, I feel like Vici are trying to wait for those BKBs on the gyro before they want to fight again.
I mean, Leshrac probably wants one too before like a really big fight, but he's gone for the bots, has the Yules too, so Paparazzi's also in a bit of an awkward spot, and that means you've now gotten the ever-terrifying Radiance BKB Alchemist. How many games have we seen where it's like, all right, they lost. The Alchemist, surely they can't do it this game, and then suddenly the BKB comes out, and it seems plausible once again. So, personally, I'm still leaning towards Vici. I do think that once they gather up the next item on the Leshrac and the BKB on the gyro, they should be able to like push down these tier 2s and make it very difficult for Arteezy and Co to keep their farm up, but we'll see if he can find that big BKB fight. They're trying to make it happen around him as they dance around Observer Wards here from the side of EG Gaming, smoked up around a revealed Alchemist.
Yeah, it definitely feels like maybe in a way if EG could take the fight before those BKBs come online and having it on the Alchemist, they could make a little bit of a window there. But it's also just dangerous fighting into this regardless. And actually it looks like Paparazzi is scaling back and thinking about a Kaya now instead of going for the BKB himself.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
A little interesting.
Radiant's bottom
I'm sure if he fully commits to that or decides that BKB feels very strong.
He might be thinking that the fight's not going to happen. Like, he can farm so fast these bots because he's like the only one that can make that transition across the map, and the pickoff isn't that strong for EG. Like, what are they going to do? Commit a black hole to kill you?
Right.
If they do that, then you can probably just respawn and start pushing. So he probably just thinks he has a lot of time right now to farm up.
Is under attack.
And they still have to take Roche. Maybe he's going to get the Aegis, so Kaya isn't going to stop his BKB timing by that much.
Okay. Eyes on. Gyrocopter is going to commit for his fully. I was wondering if the Aghanims buys the Mithril Hammer out. 1,200 gold away from it. the other hand, you have a BKB coming out from Enigma. Finish that one off in about a fold or so.
It'll be a very good BKB game too because although he wanted to blink first, he'll have the white hole to set up for it.
All down. Yang getting a little bit frisky in the middle lane here. Thinking about going in. There's going to be the swashbuckle out. Still living. A lot of regions in the helm of the Dominator, and they got it down the black hole on top of it again. Do they have the damage this time? The answer looks like no so far, but maybe. Oh, there's going to be the GA, the Pango rolling through as well. EG, RTZ chasing forward, wanting to find that kill into Ori. He eventually burns him down, and now Yang also in trouble. Second time's the charm, apparently, as EG win the fight, only losing that Enigma.
They did cost a buyback though.
Oh, they need to lose a bit here. He does go down as well.
And they lost crit too.
All right, well.
Alright, Tisavac, see? He's good. Yeah, a lot more damage once you've actually skilled up the Midnight Pulse, it turns out there. And Crit this time able to be quite a bit more involved. He was second highest on the damage. Oh, sorry, actually, he was just behind me. But him and the little trio there got quite a bit done, as well as the controlling elements coming up from the Invoker, as you would hope. So, not bad for EG. They stalled him back. They didn't lose the tower. I think overall it was probably a win for the Radiant just because of that buyback on the Pango, but slowing down this Gyrocopter again before his BKB might just be one of these issues where it's still just giving quite a bit of time over to the side of EG to get into that BKB for Ramses.
I've seen a lot of Alchemists overstay and get caught out because of it, but Easy will not get caught this time as VG made the big move to try and secure that kill. Get it. See what it is that VG want to try and do with the next round of items coming out soon. KB being flown out right now by the Gyrocopter, but ace done for the Alk. It is definitely impressive how fast Paparazzi's been able to keep up in this farm. 5,000 gold behind, but it's an Alk.
Yeah, the early boosted travel is helping. And the fact that he doesn't have that many wave pushers.
Somebody is auditioning for tips there, but it won't happen. Stun is going to hit onto the Alk himself. Thinking about Jason. Arrow goes out. Doesn't connect onto anybody yet. Besides just...
Good nice shadow use there as well to try and keep Paparazzi safe. So he's now going to find an invis rune with his bottle. So can wait for the right moment for this one. And we are still eyeing up that Roche. I hear a smoke here. They're going far in without Paparazzi. Paparazzi's going to reveal on the lane. It's a lot of their damage though. So even though they're going to like catch them off guard, I don't know how good this will be.
They have Glyph TP if they want to do it, but they've already caught the Coddle. That is a nice pick-off to find at the start, and now Disruption onto the Alk, I believe. So they'll get some illusions of their own with that Radiance burn. Does have BKB to pop if they need it. It looks like they're going to be able to find the walkaway as they lose crit also. So a couple key pick-offs on the supports there. Force back into their base.
Can you toggle off the Radiance? You don't get that. Is that a thing?
Oh, that should be. Yeah, it's a good point.
Unless they patch it. Come on, RTZ.
Middle tower just
I know he'd get mad at his own Alk if he did do it. So I feel like that's fair.
So there was a silent patch we didn't.
I love the silent patches. They're my favorite. So I think the only way that you like safe fly there is if maybe if like Crit was like fully ready or something for the counter initiation, then obviously go down too. So, nice play there from Vici. Sure, it's a smoke without your rush track, but it's also when the black hole was still on cooldown for like 40 seconds. So they just kind of cement a little bit of a further lead for themselves. And they have great vision again. Like these did not get Immortal up on the high ground inside the dire jungle, so that's been giving them a great idea where they've moved for a very long time. And then another fresh one's planted down the mid lane right by Abed and Arteezy, and they seem to be none the wiser.
You see, he's just like holding on to a casual raindrop in his inventory also.
Yeah, it's been getting ticked down here, but always a good item if you got the slot. Of course, he won't have one for long, he's hoping. Not exactly an item of net worth befitting an alchemist.
Dagger is soon to be en route, I would imagine. Still Roche available if somebody wants to head on into that pit and try and take it. We did see that the Omni Knight had queued up the Solar Crest for a little bit, but decided instead to go back for the Yules this time. Quite as easy finish that off. But that IM's flying out of this one.
It's a big spike right now for EG. They have the BKB now done on the Enigma and that Blink Dagger that you pointed out on the Alchemist. That means they can smoke up now and create a fight. It all counts on Fly or Crit. They're the ones who have to make this like chaotic opening that's going to create the opportunity for Ramses as well as RTZ. RTZ can kind of initiate that chaos himself too, just because he's so tanky that if he goes right in that backline, it can go well for him. But they are incorrectly predicting the movements at the moment.
Look at that. It's like the double scan yin and yang on either side of the map for the bounties.
And this is very favorable towards the Radiant team when this happens because this territory is valuable up top. This is not. That's garbage. No one cares about any of this. This is like the landfill of Dota 2. This is prime-ass real estate, Hollywood Hills,
basically.
Getting wards on the high ground, stopping Roche. Yeah, not the nuclear waste toxic landfill.
That's like Halifax down there. That's
No, that's like Dartmouth. This is Dartmouth, and up here is Halifax.
Okay,
Maritimers will understand.
Fair enough. 2,000 gold lead for Vici without the Alchemist. They can translate that little victory here into a bit more. Ooh, touches away from the arrow. It was very close. That other thing to mention is there's not that hard save inside of EG. Tornado, lift up.
That's pretty much their save, is Tornado.
Exactly.
That's their big save ability. Aha!
Going for Nullifier next. Wow, that's a pretty cool item.
Stiff win.
Is that one off?
Yeah, I mean, these big BKBs, right? These things are fresh. Doesn't want to deal with the Yule Scepter as well.
Got a little bit of vision there. Knows that the Omni is in the area. The rest of the team is showing up. They want to try and take this fight. See if they can maybe burst down Yang first, but immediately Vici gonna back up. That slight opening is taken away.
Abed's got that speed too, right? He's not one of these invokers skipping over the level 10 talent. He's just gone all in to create these opportunities across the map. He is missing out on some points in the Exort, for example. More quas, whatever the hell you want to do to just get a little bit more damage out of open these engagements. But he's saying it all depends on the first initiation.
See the movement forward now from Vici.
Speaking of which, the Enigma actually did skip over though, the level 10 talent. Not really as useful compared to his other ones, right? Makes sense. You just want to get to the GPM. Get to his Blink Dagger.
That was always the big question mark was, all right, if you're going Midas onto the Enigma, do you go for the CDR, the GPM? And not having a Midas means, yeah, let's just go GPM. This game is going to last a while.
Tempo fading a bit here for Vici. That pun doesn't work as well anymore. But they've slowed down a little bit. All right, they're picking it back up though. Back on the big blue disco pony horse. They're gonna smoke up. This is a long smoke down the river Styx. Question is, who will be the ones going to the underworld? Shall it be EG, Vici, or perhaps a bit of both? Tornado catches the Omni.
Sitting on that high ground.
No sentries there.
They get the vision. They've got it down, so the arrow is not going to fly quite in time. They don't quite get the secondary round of vision. As the stun comes out and RTZ just blows up DY. Can they find any more now? BKB's already out for a couple of them, but the splitter, no! He hit him onto it! Where's your BKB? Wait, but it's already a bit too late. He is so low HP. Needs to regen up through this shrine. He's going to throw out that stun, able to bait them in further, or he's still large and in charge and very hard to kill off. Black Hole is available.
Crit is disrupting the whole back line right now.
So a little bit separated here. Ramsey's thinking about just, okay, TP away. Why not?
Oh, God! That's so close.
Crit run, get away. Oh, Eurus Paparazzi, he's having none of it. Wants to find and get that kill. And Crit accepts his fate. Ichi. Stomp onto Ichi.
So the only person who died was our Shadow Demon, and DY just buys back. He's back in the fight. Yeah, okay. I'm like worthless anyway. This is fine. Not a very big net worth change, really. Overall, I would guess probably XP will be the bigger thing. Going away. Yeah, it's a 10k XP lead for VC right now. That's quite a bit.
Man, impressive stuff. And again, a little bit late on those BKBs, it felt like. Sunstrike is going to scout out. Yes, indeed, they're doing Roche. Now, do they want to run in? They're thinking about it right now. BKB back online right now from RTZ.
Nullified him on the
But they get the lift up, needs to pop it, turns to fight, able to get that stun off. But there's going to be the ulti coming out from the SD Fly. He's so far away from the rest of his team, and Let's need to TP out over to the shrine.
That Roche is a bit too low, I think, for VG not just go right back in there and finish it out. Yeah, it looks like it.
No way to stop that one. There's a couple more heroes. VG take advantage, get the Aegis.
So before that big smoke play down the river into that fight, I was discussing about how it was all on Fly or Crit, and you saw what happened, right? They start marching up this high ground, and Fly he tries to drop down the Will-O-Wisp, thinking this might create that good fight for them, but it just, like, no one was up there from VG. And then that didn't open up a good opportunity for Ramses. Now they've caught Ramses in the back, too.
Oh, and the save coming from the SD. Ramsey's forced to pop the BKB away from the rest of his team. They lose Artur, dead for 70 seconds, and again, just left with nowhere to go. Abed does manage to make his escape. Brit might not be so lucky, though, as they've got their eyes on him. PYW gonna get the chase down, it looks like. Swashbuckle, no, gets out. Chase? Maybe not. Okay. You'll Scepter licked up just when it looks like he's away. Yang takes him down.
I feel like BG are playing with like a bunch of stopwatches on their desk or something. They just know exactly when these BKBs are down, like every spell isn't going to be available, and they just push full throttle to see if they can take themselves a fight, and BG just keep getting caught by them every single time. Like, our TC BKB was still on CD there, and he gets caught out after his attempt. Like, he just dove with the Roche pit hoping that they wouldn't get the Aegis, but to me that says that EG felt like if they get Roche here, we just lose.
Oh, rocket hits, and then the arrow, and guess what? Tier 3 tower taken 30 minutes. These BKB timing is so hard to deal with, and even though Abed has his Aghanims, G don't have their carry. It looks like they're going to lose the first max here. 31 minutes. It's not the end of the world, but
a lot of respect here.
G
backing away like that, even though they've got pretty much everything up for themselves. They know there's no point trifling with things like the Black Hole as well as the Will-O-Wisp. Don't give any easy fights to your opponent. And even the gem now purchased here from DY. So very clinical flowchart style coming out from VG Gaming. They just want to check all the boxes, make sure that they've got everything as safe as possible as they're moving in towards the end of this game.
Again, it may not look flashy, but it's because EG's lineup is so greedy. This is the way that you beat greed. Play it simple, you play it right, run down buildings, you take the fight.
It also has all these big terrifying spells, but you know, you kind of you have this thought of just like, I can't just throw it out for a lot of these, right? Like the Black Hole or the Will-O-Wisp, because you see what happens with the bad Will-O-Wisp, but at the same time, you're trying to make that balance of, well, I can't die without throwing it out at the same time, so things can get very ugly. Like, they could have the most beautiful team fights and still 5-man wipe this team because of the spells that they have on the side of EG, which is why VG are playing so safe like this and eliminating all this vision, because when it comes down to initiation with these kind of spells, it's just all about vision. That's what matters, right? If you can spot these key players like the save from the Shadow Demon or the saves from the Omni Knight before a fight begins, that's what's going to give VG the best opportunity.
Yeah, and you think about it, right? Like that initiation that we saw down bottom, most times that would work. You blow up the Leshrac right at the start with the Nullifier. He can't pop BKB, they're going to destroy him. But DY's there, and that's the save. And this entire build that Arteezy has gone for of focusing in on blowing up that one hero, it doesn't work. DY's there for the save.
A very difficult one for them. They look like they're grouping for a smoke here. It's 33 minutes. It's another kind of awkward spot on the map to be in. You know, there's not a lot of value right now on the far left-hand side just because Roche is already down. And I see a wraparound is suggested from Abed. He thinks that they smoked and are coming like this.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
It's not what they're doing.
No, now they're scanning down here. They're like, all right, well, then maybe they went here. Uh-huh.
See.
Not quite sure what VG are up to.
I mean, again, you talk about that respect that they're giving to the strength of the team fight lineup. They do still have that Aegis online for Ori. Everybody else sitting far back so they can't get caught out.
They're just letting it go, too. They're just saying, listen, this was an Aegis to get a Rax. So, whatever. We got the Rax. I'm not going to, like, rush our game plan.
Oh, wait a minute.
This is quite the defensive smoke. I'm just an alchemist farming.
Uh-oh. They did see the alacrity on him, though. Ori jumped on. There is the sentry ward down. Gets stunned. Gets arrowed. Gotta be careful. Ice wall down. BKB already down there. The Black Hole's only onto one, though. It's not nearly early enough. They take down the Mirana, but what's next afterwards? BKB is already up before it. They did get that nullifier, though. That might be enough there. Follow-up coming. DY gets the imprisonment as Ramses does ring around the Rosie. The bloody end at the end, though, as Arteezy in some trouble. They get the Deathwing Blast, trying to keep him alive, but it was never going to be enough. As Abed tries to escape, do they have the vision? They find Invoker, and Ori gets the double kill. Vici immaculate.
Yeah, they put that gem on the Omni, so Yang's running through the fight, keeping the vision. Oh my god, this is the one-man army here from Ori, as you can see from the damage output. Yes, you got the Leshrac before he could really do much, but Ori there to pick up the slack like he always does.
They're going to need to buy back if they want to defend a second lane here.
Have fallen.
There's no way they hold just those two supports, but the Invoker is enough to stop them from going in.
Fly though, slaying it, getting some bounty runs.
Hey, man.
Now he's gonna TP, he's going for the other one. The Radiant are scanning, wondering if they're all there.
Go get it! Run, run, run!
Is there any way these two can do? No.
Oh, Yang, he didn't want to go for it. Probably the wise decision.
Scan turned red and he thought, yeah, I probably shouldn't be here. Doesn't want to lose the gem first.
So 3,000 gold lead, but as you said, the big thing that is keeping an eye out on is the XP difference. Very heavily favored into
On go. Looks like an Alp net worth grab. I think the problem there for Ramses was that there's been so many saves by the Shao Demon that he was trying to create like a blockade. Like he only got the Mirana, but he did zone DY out. Like, I mean, you know, zoning Black Hole, low or whatever, but it kind of was. I mean, the only way they got the kill on Paparazzi was because DY couldn't get through from there because he doesn't have a mobility item. He does now have the Aether Lens for a little bit more range, but he's still going to struggle if these fights get very chaotic to make those big saves. So blocking off key points like that can still help win fights.
Smoke into their wards, but they will take down in the meantime. Good vision there.
Dire's bottom
Take
tower
down another tier 2
couldn't
tower,
withstand the
furthering restriction of the map. Alchemist says, you know what? All these other Alks go in Bloodthorn. Let's just get an Abyssal.
I do agree with that sentiment. Bloodthorns have been very, very disappointing as of late. Feels like every time, every core is a BKB, they're like, no, be good, this game Bloodthorn. That'll show.
Well, you mentioned that gem as well that they've got. It does kind of feel like a vision has been a bit of an issue at times. Like sentry wards get placed down, but maybe they can take out that sentry ward pretty soon afterwards or something. And it's one of the other areas where Mirana can kind of shine.
Yeah, she's so annoying to play against. Like, I'm sure they probably don't even have that many sentries left on the side of EG. It feels like they're constantly spamming them. Like now they have to protect their high ground from potential wards, so that's costing money. We're gonna smoke through some Vici wards here.
You know what just happened? Level 20. Ogre. How much does that change?
All right, does he see that they're burning? All right, they're making Eidolons under a ward though. It's gonna give him away. Looks like it was pretty obvious anyway. Are they gonna bait Ori? Or do they not know?
Thinking about it,
I don't think they know.
Ori, you gotta be careful, my man.
Dude, this is your moment.
The whole team's behind him, but they don't want to go. A little bit too scary. That would have been such a huge pickoff if they could find it, but not able to get it. And Vici dodged yet another initiation. They're just playing it
They're
so
just
safe.
all hanging out up here. The five-man going for a stroll. Hoping to find somebody wandering through the woods. Oh no, not the illusion kill. Oh.
They're gonna see him. Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's so good.
Cataclysm.
Yeah.
Oh no. You know, it might be telling that the tier 4s are being hit and nobody is defending it.
Yo, guys.
I wonder what they're doing.
Are they in Roche?
No.
No, I got illusion. Yeah, they're not in Roche.
Dude, EG just do not care about their base right now. They really don't care.
Tier 4's got this.
They're gonna TP back the Alpha, it looks like.
Oh, that courier went through that observer ward up top too. So they know where they were playing.
Killed off there. But instead, they're ascending onto Arteezy here in the mid lane.
Mules coming.
Oh, God. All right, BKB. available if he wants to. Doesn't use the BKB. Arteezy pops it far too late and just gets destroyed. Okay.
I mean, you either pop it or you don't pop it. You don't half-ass pop it like that. That's the worst scenario. Oh, because now he might have to buy back with no BKB.
And now no BKB for the fight. Oh, man. All right, run to Roche for Vici. It's going to be back up in 14 seconds. By the time they get there, Roche will be up.
It's not going to matter. He'll have BKB for the Roche fight, probably.
Okay.
So, if they're not going to push high ground. It's all part of the plan, says Arteezy. I was trying to make them come high ground.
Yeah?
That's what we'll go with.
All right, sounds good. Not sure about that one.
It's a rough game, it looks like. Taking a toll. Or maybe it was the BKB packet that got lost.
I'm not crazy. You can pop BKB at that point, right?
Yeah.
All
You
right.
could have BKB.
Ace drone. Picked up, push out the bottom lane. They know that the Roche fight could be coming. Again, it was a relatively short Roche timer, it looked like. See if they have an inkling that something going on, or if Vici even want to go for it, if it's too scary for him.
Man, how many times have they smoked on that exact spot? Vici, again, right on that bottom bounty, they smoke up, in they go. Just a Sunstrike, no Cataclysm here. So get it out.
Grid in the area. It's going to be something else to watch for is the duration of these 7 seconds on the gyrocopters. They smoke up and get a head forward. Broken by Fly. These fights last a bit too long. Thinking about the jump.
You think Paparazzi feels safe?
Wanting to go. BKB is there. Ori gonna pop his. Now turn on to Arteezy. They throw out the stun. It's gonna connect onto 2. Not bad, but is there any follow-up? G just wanting to take down 1. They get the nullifier down, just trying to walk away. The white hole's down there as well, but Paparazzi is destroying that backline. Ramsey's looking for the black hole. It's not gonna catch anybody, and they have the disruption afterwards. Literally no damage as Ramsey's gonna get pulled apart. DY got as GG gets called. Vici dominant. Game number 1.
One hope to maybe turn it around, but it was a long time coming here.